뭐야, 마지막이라고? 왜? 나 아니구나. 아, 이건 나왔네? 오. 오. 살았어? 왜? 뭐 어떻게 하고 있는 거야? 이거 살아? 와, 좁는데? 과연 와, 3명 남았네. 언제까지 떨어져야 돼? 이게 뭐야? 이게 뭐야? 뭐야? 이게 뭐야? 아, 피곤하다. 이걸 생각하니까 벌써부터 피곤하네. 이거 뭐 해야 되더라? 아, 뭐 해야 될지도 모르겠다. 막막하네. 카츠라기 키트라기.
Inside, we see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone. Transporting closure. Regular people just call it the cage. A metallic drawer slides out. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts the cage at the back.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to... A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they were... No, that would be silly. Exactly. Don't make your unpaid hostel bill a moral boon, officer. It won't...
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your week. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end.
Nothing you can say. Cop get. Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here.
The cage.
I confiscated this for a little. There are spinner hubcaps. Frivolous thing. I took them. That they are. I was going to take them in. No, that exactly. As I said, they are useless.
But thank you. The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally. Guess. That is only a ludicrous daydream. No, you're the huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop waste. Wow. Okay.
와, 오케이.
Hello. Let me...
Roy takes the hubcaps from the loot.
Yes, these are very, very good.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The windfall is a
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
갔네?
Can I? Yes. Have you got? Well,
먹어.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real.
I'll take a room here too.
주문할게.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from...
This is the door to the room.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
뭐야?
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night. What? You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will. And yes, it's been a long and even... Well, we didn't really look, and there's still much to do at the crime scene too.
He would have put all of this more harshly, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably because he's afraid that you'll just give up and keep...
We're both doing our best under the circumstances. Just, we conducted an interview with him. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. That's normal. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have... Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Habitual Citizens Militia exercise most frequently. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to. Yes, although indirect, officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, you can't. Those who don't show,
When power calls you,
we are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. We don't convict. We arrest and send them. You have to supply compelling evidence. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal affairs handles. Yes. The last time was 4 years.
he says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even.
Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the...
Precinct 41 is known for.
He's not judging you. He's respectfully acknowledging.
Yes, the international. The RCM was formed by the coalition government, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contact. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after. Okay. There are you. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just
디스코
technical.
엘리시움 뭐야?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto,
Something even a little feminine.
a historic figure, the author.
For you, she is something painful.
Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the end. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orb, the dying lights of the city. This soldier,
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs. We run this city. Well, it's incredibly hard. Human beings are. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
this fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tie. You swoop up and catch the tie. What you have in your hand is a true... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The fan stands. The lights are off again.
아이고. Right. 왜?
The bed is cold and not. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out, and then sleep doesn't come.
$22,000.
And then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lump. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft bed. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed. Something to do with what your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyes.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry? Answer the question. You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. You would tell me. Where are your friends? No, it's gone. 3 times you failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isola. You really dropped the... No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. You'll be back in those cold... Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your
좋아하는데 왜
head.
게임은 아니야 내가.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh, yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to eat. That's not really true. You're too weak to say no now. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel, are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic, fast recovery man. Quick turnaround. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The window stands broken.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Oh, please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping the union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. The manager was vague about it. To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him.
A cold breeze hisses through.
You have more important things to work. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained, but they should have returned by now.
The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh, sweetie. Gary's as loyal as they come. Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes...
This will surely lead to a crypto...
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting. Oh, you're such a dear. Oh, yes.
It's a pseudo...
That's one opinion.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptid.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles.
Oh dear. Well, his expression.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a large...
The lieutenant pulls out.
One other thing. He'll likely have... We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Well, it's...
Oh, yeah.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks, hence its name the...
There's a touch of awe.
I knew it. We're gonna be...
It's not made up, officer. It's simply elusive. So much... Not at all. Why else? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptos. Well, some teenagers making out in the...
Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make...
I doubt it. It's not like... Of course, most Phasmid sightings turn out to... Yes, it can blend in. Oh dear. I'm afraid Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it.
You're an enthusiast.
We don't have time for cryptozoology 1. Looks like we can get to work at once. Everything points to the dock workers, which may, of course, all be wrong. I mean ungovernable. Men who drink beer for breakfast? I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. Nope. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our...
Good. Yeah, street walk. But aren't you curious to...
They're in no hurry to leave.
Can I?
The man ponders his cooking utensil.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the dock work.
Not a muscle moves in her face.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on... That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping...
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will...
She says nothing. Could this be the Miss...
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? I suggest not wasting time on...
Even though she has excellent control over herself, you caught her off guard. Push her some...
No. Talk to Titus. What you want is of no
I saw what you were thinking.
What are we going to do?
You were specifically asked not to say that.
The Union isn't going to... If anything, it is the RC aggressive. You make your living in...
So you were spying on us?
Listen.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask. No one is emotional here.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable. The air suddenly feels calm. It's time to become a citizen of the kingdom. I knew we could trust you. Remember.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to...
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a...
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
No. I's here. You got business with my boy.
He understood what you were doing.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fuck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man.
Yeah, you're not even...
Easy, fellas.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture of the actor's hair. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these.
The pretty boy. You...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt, like we use in the harbor. Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back.
As he speaks, his fists contract.
We did this together.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning...
He's clearly been in solitary confinement.
So he's hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does? You keep him the fuck out of this. We have our time.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means you don't have to keep answering him.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. Why not? Yep. Why? 'Cause he was worthless and he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike.
A live grenade. Right here in...
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hired me.
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm already...
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there.
We couldn't believe it either.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers.
There's slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning
To kill us all if we don't open the gate.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then...
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking...
No. You're not getting the name.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by...
Didn't they teach you...
You're pretty sure you've had at least, certainly enough to not put up with this.
Titus.
We overpowered him.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fuck.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think?
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening?
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get... Actually, they're admirably... Well, this one, but he's always fit.
Like what, Copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done.
I think we're going to stick around. I've done this job for long enough.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the character.
Again.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, lawman.
Not in the arrest.
A fearful readiness. By your side, the lieutenant keep easy. Walk back from the provocation.
Look, coppers. I know you think you're doing your job here.
The bore's the size of your eye. I can almost see the stars. The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast. Not an echo. No one screams. It's it.
빡치네 진짜.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and
I have something here we could say.
the cage at the back.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
The lieutenant nods as you take the...
Yes, we...
Roy.
Yeah,
No one was...
of course.
Thank you. Here's the 100...
The with...
Anything. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at another time, perhaps.
Yes, well. Great. Thank the electron. Please pay. Of
I'll take...
another thing. Great. Yes.
This... The air outside is...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the... I have a...
Oh.
I apologize, but I only... You mean this? Yes. It's been... Well, we didn't really look at the body. And there's still...
He would have put all of this...
I look for... We conducted. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information. Claire also helped you how should I say it? That's not. We talked about.
I have a really good theory about why you're wrong.
It's in nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Good. That the RCM's yes, although officers of the RCM, we can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing, you can't.
When
we are you have to not a good position to be in, by the way. Yes.
He says it matter-of-factly.
That's an
Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere.
Prison.
He's not judging you.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to. Yes. DRC, or perhaps it is better to say. Be sentimental if you like. The Moralist International. Okay. What do they believe in? Interesting question.
Something evil.
The historic
for you.
The moral
It is more than that.
Yes, but the years have changed that. Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international. Sadly, it is.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his. The dark.
They really don't. It's our fault. We run this. It's incredibly hard. Me too. But I wouldn't count. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
This fan has two chains. You swoop up. What you have in your hand is the lights. The bed is cold. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. And then sleep doesn't come. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, maybe it's the bed's. It's synthetic fill. It barely covers. Under your thrumming is a little better. Colors. Something to do with. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
Of your child. You're not. Do you remember your wife? You know who I. Reality will turn. Do you remember the warmth? Oh no. Tell me. Where is. No. You failed everything. You really. No. You'll be.
Stinky.
You're not coming back from. You're trying.
So something is wrong. Oh yeah, time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? You mean, why are you so tired? That's not real. You're too weak to say no. Are you sure? Ready to live as the. Suit yourself. Slow.
The closest.
It's fine. Please, the union office, probably the manager. To let the young. I was also hoping she'd. That's just.
A cold breeze.
You have more important things. Just some. But they should.
The water lock.
Oh, Gary's is. Oh my. Well, I hate to.
This will.
And if you see him, let him know. Oh, you're such a dear. Oh,
It's a...
that's.
My apologies.
It's searching.
She's completely internal.
Oh dear.
It's all.
Oh, wait.
The lieutenant.
One other thing. We'll be
It's always a challenge to describe.
I'm sorry, sweet. We hit.
She's skipping over some.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweet.
The lieutenant gives you.
Where?
Oh.
Where up? Hence it.
There's a.
I knew.
It's not. It's simply. Well,
Interesting.
of course. Well, some teen.
Interesting.
Of course. Well, some.
Interesting.
Of course, most Phasmid side. Well,
Interesting.
of course, most fast. Oh, I doubt it. Yes, it can. Oh dear. Morel can explain it all much better.
There's really no point in manipulating any.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
One cryptid, not a couple. One.
He nods. Cryptids, cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
What an interesting question. And
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them. Okay.
it's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name. It could be.
Maybe it's pretty.
It's not.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Like nothing.
Fine,
Many scientists have plenty. When playing back recording, the scientists soon discovered they could track, and they realized that they sequester time. Just that is, they tried to communicate with it, and exactly.
Great regret washes over.
After that, the corpuscle.
Of course. A command.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid. I'm glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do? Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. I completely forgot. One loose thread less to work. I mean, and got men who drink beer for breakfast. Everything. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still... One more thing before...
Good. Yeah, but...
They're in no hurry.
You are. That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a...
Not a...
You are looking for that type.
It doesn't...
She says, could this be the Miss Beaufort? That...
Like I already told you, I suggest...
Even though you caught her off guard.
You are not...
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations.
I represent the union.
A very mind.
What you want...
I saw what you were thinking. You want...
Aggressive? Listen. So ask what you...
Fuck yeah.
Look, a comedian. Do you...
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist rep.
This is where you say you're a bit.
Detective.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, time to...
No.
He understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, Phil.
Too late. You already scanned of the actor's hair. You could take another look at...
The pretty...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Well.
What are you doing, officer? We had enough questions to...
You should have kept pushing. if you had.
Incriminating. Now that's container belt because we did this together.
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men.
How many people have you?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
But you see, a lawman.
Are you deaf? Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole.
I think you got your answer.
No. You did not get an... You don't...
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
Known him?
Yeah.
Quiet.
By the Pine's Cow, you mean Joyce Messi?
No. Why don't you ask?
That's enough insinuation for today.
Why? 'Cause I am.
What kind of?
The kind that...
A live grid.
This one.
I can't prove it. But wrong?
There's slight
To kill us all.
Yeah,
He grabbed.
yeah. Show me your con. Why don't you show me your...
Aren't you?
Yeah. Me and Eugene got around.
No.
There's nothing you can do for now.
We had...
Didn't they?
You're certainly enough to not put up with this.
Titus.
We overpowered.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and...
With number...
No, he hasn't.
Weren't you...
Titus lets the others clear out the details. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice. Just tomato juice. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing.
Fuck off, Shanky. And
Keep your eye on this powerful guy.
fuck you, too, Copper.
His all-muscle This one is a stone wall.
Like what, Copper?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martin...
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess.
Good luck with that.
Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters.
Again.
Good one.
About fucking time.
아. 너무 지루해.
Was that? Could it be? The Calder There seems to be an extreme...
No, I don't hear.
Of course he doesn't. There it is again. You're about to read this. It must be very close. What are you doing? You're... Oh no. The sound. No. Too late. Keep your ears peeled then.
We can sit on bed.
Fucking Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno
There's something in there. Not necessarily. Maybe you're prioritizing.
What do you mean, feel? We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage. We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the whirling.
This trash container is locked. The slide force time isn't happening. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar. He's enjoying your little failure. He finds it unsatisfying, hurtful, full of itself.
Let's ask the manager for the key.
Bent metal. Bro, you are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate. Kudos. There are several footprints in the mud, left by 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes. Number 4. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toe. 4. Standard work boot. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. Light as air. Same make, better late than never detected. 7. The glowing. 8. Another standard work boot. Number 44.
7 sets of track. That's all? Interesting.
A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
Interesting. Let's name it someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like...
He regrets it the moment he says it.
No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator...
He doesn't seem to hear you.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic. I'm guessing that's the skinny hardy boy. The one with his... I could still be wrong, but I'm 200.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight.
The fat guy from the mess hall isn't that... Possibly, yes. A week, maybe?
It is not.
I pulled last week's...
Correct again. Sub-Zero.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semi...
Indeed.
So far, so good.
Of course. There were 8 tracks.
Which one is missing, do you think? Yes. I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best...
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of...
I'm gone. Into the wild in the past. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Kobo. What do you mean? It's the power of him. Go ahead. Because you're a copperoo. Here you go. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you're not a Harry either. You're because you have... Do I remind you of someone? There you go. Look at that bright...
Feeling nausea. Vomiting.
Come back later, Coppo. Of course. You have question. Come back later, Cop.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the bed without assistance. I was really hoping we would...
Confirmed. It's unsafe. But what other options? The corpse twists.
Someone else? You mean like the police? Sadly, yes. The whole... I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. Climb up there and... There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his...
Fuck you! Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't.
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get... It's bad as it is. Go ahead. I'm not...
This is the sorriest...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of baked...
The fuck are you waiting?
Kuno is silent. The buckle comes into focus.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view, the slow movement of...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now? Fuck. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
The dented yellow mailbox greets... The box scene. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by... The mailbox does not...
Yes? Hello? Me? No.
She doesn't... Is she such a working...
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet? That's very good to hear. You'll get to...
Hello again, esteemed officer. Goodness, you were already doing good. Browsing the everything is on the shelves.
She smiles and nods. The display rack is brimming with...
Oh, man for blood and violence. Scantily clad women. At last, someone sensible. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelm Dalaman.
Vigilance officer.
Yes, René. Hello, officer. How might I be of... Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for... Of course. I'm sorry, officer, but...
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other...
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Why must we stop?
A row of a little ring. The images betray. The owner of these mugs doesn't... Of course, the lieutenant picks up...
I'm beginning to feel better.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The vows are blurred. Lower intestine. Fascism, Brota. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow... It is one of...
피곤해. 아우.
door is closed. Still, the lieutenant, he doesn't like it. You should punch a fucking hole. The murmur in your ear. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. You immediately feel
Mine?
Thank you.
Why? To keep the hobos.
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
it seems a little callous, doesn't it? Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please go.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Got the 20 real? Then why are you wasting my time?
This trash container is locked with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time.
A box falls into pieces in your hand. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, as the legs of the slime.
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive cut.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the
rest of the rags are just kitchen.
All right. We should go to Gaրջagéim and ask if he knows who. Not really. All.
The fuck's he on about? Kids?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks. It's just organic. Nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the app. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well...
His eyes express a real...
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That cat. No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is a broken mug with a only in its so...
Interesting. Reminds me of the mug collection we...
An interesting little...
Or it may just be a coincidence. Either way, something to keep in mind.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally. And now, guess. That is only a ludicrous daydream. That is only a ludicrous daydream. No, you're the huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. Yes, yes, impotent rage and lament. Of course you are. It's okay. That won't happen.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno...
Thanks. I hope you found what... How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond. A small truck wrapped...
Thank you anyway.
I think fugue states are more your forte. Sylvie had the keys before I got... Yes?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage. There's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it? It's a metaphor. Below the pathetic, it's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. Still wet. The toilet paper peels off the plastic. An aluminium block runs. The surface is interrupted by a silver...
What? It depends. Aside from an anti...
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking.
Any capable. All RCM vehicle.
This means you can...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden... They're not exactly white. Once in a while, there's a red stamp. Work, strife, poverty. The Jamrock. It's the middle of March.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous. I prefer a normal case law.
Like a fan of girls. The checkered... Yes. It appears you in... Yes. All caps. One is... Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on... You like this grimy... Wish there was one in there. No, you don't. You're a human. It's going to take an effort to piece these.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct... Oh, you mean the titular? It's a holdover from the early days of the... Again, I pray his loved one. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is. For the task you've inspect, get the interview, a satisfying things to be done.
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good with...
You don't exactly close them so much as in the back. You then rip them from the binder. 3. A monetary penalization. These are quite sinister. A dozen pages of color of the irises. Yes, all that. The rest of the stinking cellulose is it's made of dark blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles in. The plastic shimmers like with your hands. You 4-sized pages hang from the The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off. It's just a race. Oh boy, here we. But it's just a but. Comrade, as you know, this but like so. Please, if you flip back to the front of the map. The note is written with a blue. An intricate. It's still kind of look. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper is not what you end up doing. A hot flash of... It's unjust. The ledger quivers in your hand as it... It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of paper is not a hot... It's on the ledger, an aluminium block, a bunch of sodden papers sag. It's the ledger you found in the trash. The two sides of the board, the slides snap back into place without resistance. Or 2 ticket stubs and a hand. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil. Thin wax paper has been glued to it smells of a touch of cinnamon. Familiar handwriting. A young woman in her 20s. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. Throw it away, please. Outside, you hear...
Come outside.
Far away and outside. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every step I take, it grows. But you... Every step I take will get kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and the blood... You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on. To what?
Detective, is everything all right?
뭐야? 뭔데? 뭐요? 뭐야?
There is nothing again. Well, that's me, Blue Eyes. Who was
He speaks of this
the cool?
here in the Paleo because it's always there.
Your name?
It's your name.
There is no bloated corpse.
Beautiful.
You think they would let you?
Yes.
It's the glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery. The stuff of...
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human...
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. 10 minutes, maybe. That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to... Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable...
뭐야?
It's the ledger you found. Without resistance or the words just crossed. Who do you think? You. You stare at the card, willing your hand to move. You stare at the card, willing your hand to move. It's slightly. Your hand shakes. Your flight. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... It's proving to be hot. An aluminium block runs. A bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a... It's the ledger you found in it. It's proving an aluminium block. A bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard. It's the ledger you found. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric. Why, yes, your precinct. Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. Harry Dubois still feels like This one is relatively easy to recon. The mural is in True Love is Possible. Only people call it that thing. The graffito crew is easy to track. The case files do not show. The crew agrees to clean up art. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man? AKA Leslie and Burke. You were so drunk you didn't. Leslie will always take the only way for Leslie. You would think that, but you're wrong. Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special... Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's... He must have it confused with the property. In the process, the ledger killed them. He came at us, and at us can't get out of his apartment, and in which is also why it would be very... That's all you got. From... Who knows? Don't worry. Some assholes brought their couch outside. Yes, as they were leaving it out. Cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time for murder. Tom beaten to death. Joseph Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. No. Okay, so the case is handed to you. Yeah, no one enters. Mills has no idea. See? You can't even read the thing without smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still...
Oh man, oh god man. Thanks for that button.
Right to work! When a bunch of beats me.
When the man... There's something odd in the way he... Fine. It was... What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your...
Get your You should get...
You okay, Kuno?
Kuno doesn't...
Kuno is fucking...
The man before you is naked, but...
디스코 엘리시움. Fucking Kuno.
Kuno doesn't.
So, how'd you like our harbor? It's but a rest area? Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye. Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment. Like I said before, I don't know much about... We're negotiating. Aye.
The man whispers a joke.
Los Ardi? They're sort of like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the...
Why not? Must be nice being something...
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Good. We need tender men like you building. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big commune? Very well. I guess no one will build. Did someone mention cocaine? Anyone? There's no one. Okay then. He does not Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts monks into trip?
I am not the heart. Now leave me be.
The already familiar. LIVE on with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. With a surprisingly the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. Moving this container, of course. For this purpose,
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the...
No screech of metal when you... The crane does not return. Before you stands a cargo.
Is this like you do? There are a million containers. You just picked... We're not here to interact with containers.
You attempt to your left. No reply. You're back before...
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Sure, mister. About what? I'm just making some covers for them.
Everything.
Sure is, mister.
I had to break this bonding moment. But the...
런니 똥캄
I'm just making some covers.
Everything.
Sure is, mister.
I had to break this bonding.
아주 그냥 실패는 기본 베이스요.
Oh, I'm just making some cover.
The containers in the yard are green. It's like some red in...
Yes, they are hiding it from the...
No, not really. Miss Everett. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble. Oh, I'm sure, mister. Oh, we're on a strike.
So no...
Not, but tight. Oh, him and his boy stirred up something in town. No, I don't think they killed anyone. Yes, I'm like, actually...
Who is...
A real but I can't listen to the radio all...
You see this...
Oh, mister.
He really takes great pride in being in Everart's good graces.
Oh, that one.
Told you.
Mr. What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this? Harry,
Thank you for your understanding.
you too, Lieutenant.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question, just as I thought. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to fix racist mugs in the trash and in the... I have so much confidence in the...
Yes, yes.
Oh, no. Believe me, Harry. He's a no... But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat for...
Would he? I'm not so sure.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
By now, Harry, this...
You mean our victim?
A security I'm talking beasts. Everything they did there, they brought over here. No, Harry, the elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry, but enough about me and one of them got down...
By negotiating...
Harry, we got grit,
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got armed. There's a militant wing. They're like you guys.
So the idealists...
One day Titus Hart. He probably worded it...
Aren't you worried we might...
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These...
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel...
How do I know? Let me tell you about these. Last winter, some poor workers in... These guys turn up and stop...
So you believe this...
You said it. Hell.
That does sound quite... He's not scared of them. If any...
Oh, Liz is a bright one. Oh, they are... Old Theo used to run them.
Interesting.
They're almost all of them great guys. Work with them.
Separate one from the herd.
Oh, that would definitely be Fat Angus. His feet smell from a city block away. You would die, Harry. You would die, and in the process start a bloody and completely unnecessary... Angus, his ever-growling stomach, actually less. Because... Oh, Harry... This is getting real, but of course, it's...
You can now go and tell Titus.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm...
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, was it a good tour? I don't know what happened, Harry. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't...
A man of the left. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What does your heart...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical.
It depends.
But, he thinks...
As I said, it weighs on me. I'm glad you... There's a nameless little street on the coast. On the coast.
Water drips from the eaves. Oh.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new... You bring joy to my... You need to get... Once you have the signatures, mail this to one...
You might have noticed.
Oh my.
Mr. Clare. Besides, getting the body down.
I can certainly see, but of course... Jean-Luc, my boy, and Jean. Please take... You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big, impressive one. You... Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens... By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? I don't know... You know what?
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about.
My dear Harry, there are... Harry, you smooth-talking son...
Smooth talking? Maybe that's...
Oh, that's very... One thing I want... We're all trying... What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. He's an old man, Harry. Harry, honestly, I'm...
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or...
If she actually...
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Vanished? Oh, did I...
Wait, there was no...
Harry, Harry, Harry.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then...
Yes, yes.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible.
Of course, I have no... Tell her about...
This is weird. Not...
See you soon.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere. The air suddenly feels it's time to become a citizen of the king. I knew we could trust you. Remember. Before the cargo container. You're back before the cargo container. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because what wasn't an option? Now is not the time to get philosophical.
A rusting control. Those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Well, they went through.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes.
This is.
Raised descent has only worse. So it was. You sir?
You're so
But while I am gone,
that would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze.
So, you guys are like cops or something? Look at him. His craniometric perfection. Cool. I like men with guns and power.
You hear that? That sound.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that...
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
A shrill laughter interrupts you. Echoing, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner. Approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Farewell, ham sandwich.
the...
He fucked the tree up!
By the way, kipped is a racial slur.
Can't tell Kuno what words to use? Fucking kipped. Fuck you. Kuno says
Kipped, kippity, kipty, kipped.
Kipped. Kuno doesn't...
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished.
Yes. 1. Investigation.
The fuck are they on about?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies you are. Your station would...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back.
Come on, officer. You... Unfortunately, no. Unhygienically? Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side. That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The dead man stares in silence as above those an 11-field info form.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent.
KK57. Next. NA. Next. NA.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Nor does he look male.
We're still going with March. What else? 9.
KK57.
None. At least not after the initial examination. They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over.
Your central nervous system recognizes somewhere in Jamrock North, elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a... The building is tall, and so, all across Jamrock.
We should start the postmortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's
clothes. The deceased wears armored...
See?
Babrodine, yes.
The disappointment.
The boots are ceramic. Tattoos. The upper torso is... The assistant has a color... The deceased has a cargo well-nourished, athletically. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased has...
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain. Cold.
Lividity is consistent with hanging.
Fucking low velocity! You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Talking shit about Kuno.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. The hanged man lets out a joy.
Always good to think ahead. We need to cut the belt.
See? My...
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of it. You jam the cutters right under a really, really bad...
Yeah, fuck it!
Told you my pig...
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
He sinks the cut. Yes. That's snap.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin. Above chest is intact.
No!
I fucking...
This is clearly what they've been waiting.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence.
The dead man's penis is average-sized. You should touch it.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but...
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip.
In addition, I see smaller...
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more.
Last item. Hands.
His flesh is cold.
Pleased to meet you. I'm only fucking with you. You get me, Cole. We should do this.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. I was. Maybe I'm just not sick. Ooh. That central nervous system.
You don't even...
Musculoskeletal.
With his eye.
Yeah, Jack!
The hyoid bone is respiratory. Oral cavity shows no lesions.
No scream. No suck. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You managed to suppress the contract. There are ancient...
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA. Ah. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there? Like a toxicology screen.
Brimming with...
Cardiovascular. The gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks. Oh, so we inflicted them? Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter.
See? These... Why don't you...
Now, injuries. Head, chest and scalp bite. And your opinion? Fatal injury by seagulls? Yes, it's... That's right. What's next? So, the scalp has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest.
No, it's not.
Fucking fail as shit.
Bitch saying you're in...
I do what I want, see?
Right. Next, a dark red abraded ligament. I see hemorrhage.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait.
That's it. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established probable cause. We also requested a toxicological. We were thorough with the list of injuries too.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He's thinking. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. You run your hands over the victim's... the genitals.
Do you think we missed...
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. Hey, wasn't there a giant...
Why, yes there was. It was massive.
Yes, now, let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for.
The man is decomposing visibly now. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Fuck does Kuno doesn't fucking care? Does Kuno care? Kuno does...
아우 지친다. 아 저것만 하면 아까도 노잼이야. 아 왜 이렇게 오래 걸려? 뭐야, 한 새끼 나간 거야? 아우. 병신 같네. 나가야겠다 이거. 계속 이 지랄이네.